Alright, hello everybody. Today we're going to be reacting to this video, Getting Rich in One Chunk on the Dun S&P, and it's from 5 months ago, so it's got 98,000
What
views.
if I only
So
had one
see.
Minecraft chunk? One tiny 16 by 16 block area to make as much money as possible.
like, this would
In
be
this video,
so
I will
hard
show
to
you
do.
how I turn this tiny hunk of terrain into a tightly knit, complex factory of farms to make me tens of millions on this Minecraft server.
Yo, I'm actually interested to see, like, how he's going to make that much money, because that is just, like, one tiny chunk. Like, you can't build, like, a lot of farms and stuff in, like, only one chunk. So I don't know how he's going to do this, bro.
I'm gonna RTP and get a random chunk. No matter where I spawn, I'm using it. So please don't be bad.
Oh,
okay,
that's
sweet. So I got actually a
risky.
decent area. I've got a tree in my area, and it's in a snow biome, which means I can build a snow farm, which can be an easy source of early game money. The first thing I'm gonna do is chop down this tree.
Okay,
and
getting a
get
tree
myself
is
some
so
tools
lucky.
so I can gather more materials. Now that I've got some tools, I need to make some money. So what I'm gonna do is the exact same thing I always do. Sell random crap on AH. From my previous challenges,
That
I
actually
know that
works, though.
letters,
Like, selling
trapdoors,
just
and
random
note
stuff.
blocks sell for a ton of money for how easy they are to get. So I'm gonna grind up all of the resources I need to craft a bunch of them, and then dig down so I
Yo,
can
what's
start
up,
working
Kevin?
on a base. All right, so I got 3 stacks of logs and 3 stacks of cobblestone, which should be plenty for us to get started. Now I'm just going
Yes,
to
Discord
dig
open.
down to deep slate layer so I can start working on a base that won't get found instantly.
Hello.
Okay, so now that I've got all my materials,
Oh,
and I'm
he
down here
leaked
at
his bedrock.
I'm going to set up a little base of operations so I can craft up all the levers, note blocks, and stuff that I want to sell. And while I sell stuff on AH, I'm going to clear out more area so that I have plenty of room to set up my base of
Okay,
operations.
wait, so he's just flipping stuff on the auction, which... That sounds pretty easy. Like, a lot of people buy anything on the auction.
And I got up a good amount of money. So now I'm going to go into the next phase of my plan. Looking at the price of spruce logs, I can order a ton for not that much. I can make an auto crafter to craft all the logs I order into chests and make a massive profit for basically zero effort. So I'm going to craft up all the redstone components I need and set up a nice little auto crafting system. Okay, I've laid out the bottom layer of crafters. These crafters will make the planks, which will feed into here, which will make the chests, and then the chests will go into these large chests, and I'll sell it from here.
Wait, he has 600k already? Wait, what? How did he make... I know he was, like, reselling stuff, but that's actually fast.
Here, which will make the chests, and then the chests will go into these large chests, and I'll sell them from here. I'm gonna need to power these with a redstone clock, so I'm gonna run redstone along all of these to power all of the crafters.
Like, that was, like,
set up a simple little comparator clock, and that's basically all of the redstone done. Now I've got to set up where we're gonna put the logs in, so that it will go into the auto crafters. I want plenty of chests so I can AFK it for the longest amount of time. Alright, and that's the whole auto crafter done. With my remaining money, I'm going to order up a bunch of spruce logs. Order 6k of them, and hopefully someone should fill that order quite quickly. The order's complete. Now I'm just going to drop it into the auto crafter. I'm trying to split them relatively evenly,
So
and hopefully when I turn it on, we should start seeing chests pop in. And there we go. It's working perfectly. Alright, so I've been AFKing, selling up wood, and crafting up quite a few chests. I've got quite a bit of wood left, but eventually I'm going to want to be harvesting my own wood so I can cut out that middleman. For that, we're going to need to save up enough money for an amethyst axe, and we're going to have to clear a big area above us so we have room to put a tree farm. Spruce trees can supposedly grow quite tall, up to 30 blocks, so I'm going to have to clear quite a high area.
Yeah. Using moss is smart. That's really smart. Also, it sells for a good bit.
So I cleared it all with moss, and it really didn't take that long. It was pretty darn fast. And looks like, yeah, the whole area is cleared. Now we just need to grind up enough money for the sell axe itself, which is really just me selling chests. All right, so I'm laying out the system because I've got to actually auto sort out the saplings and sticks before I put the logs into the auto sorter, which is going to be quite difficult because I've got to squeeze it into this tiny area. Got plenty of chests to use. I tested it with some deep slates, and it should only drain to a certain amount. Yep, perfect. And it won't let any other items through. Now I've got to build a whole layer of just a bunch of hoppers to collect all of the tree's drops. And there we go. That's our whole layer of hoppers. Now, put right in the center.
Oh wow, that
a place to grow the tree. I could set up dispensers to automatically dispense.
I feel like he could have done it way better without using that many hoppers, because he could have just used water, and it would have been like a million times cheaper if you just use water. And like,
I'm just gonna do it manually because it really doesn't speed it up that much, and it adds a little bit extra complications, so I don't think it's worth it.
Right? Wow. Also, I think Donut SMP has a hopper limit too, but I don't know what that is. I think it's probably way more, but still.
All right, so after a lot of chopping, even though I still have a ton of wood left, I got up to $14.3 million. I sold my amethyst cell axe because I'm kind of done chopping trees, but I can always buy one back if I really need to. The next thing I want to do is build a fully automatic farm, so I have to do absolutely zero work. And seeing as my name is Kelp Talks, I'm thinking I should build a kelp farm.
Ooh.
For that, I'm gonna get an amethyst drill with hopefully some time left on it so that I can resell for a good price. This one's got
they're
over
like
a day left.
very cheap in this video. For like a couple months ago, like now they're like 15 mil.
So I'm gonna get this one.
Which is kind of crazy.
Put a bubble column in because these ladders are so slow. I'm gonna dig all the way up to the surface and clear the entire chunk so we have plenty of room to build this kelp farm. Been a long time since I've been on the surface, and looks like we got a pet. And that is the hole done.
Oh,
now I have plenty of room to build up the kelp
that's
farm.
actually kind of crazy.
But first,
like, it's
I'm gonna need to sell up all of the stuff I don't need anymore. I ended up buying an amethyst bucket to clear water and an amethyst pickaxe, so I'm going to sell them for the exact same price I bought them for. DHL, sell this for $5 million. Once someone buys those, I'm going to make big orders for all the materials I need for the farm. My next plan is I have to build a big platform so we have room to put all of the smokers we're going to need to smelt the kelp into dried kelp.
Nice.
We can order buckets of lava and use those to smelt the kelp and then craft it into dried kelp blocks to make the most money possible.
It would be better to do blaze rods, but lava buckets are good. Because he could make like an infinite lava source, but I mean still.
2 platforms, one for processing all the kelp we're gonna get, and one for collecting it and sending it down to the lower platform. Time to get some observers out of my order, and pistons, and leaves. I'm using the Ilmengo kelp farm, so it takes a lot of observers, but it's super compact, and it's definitely the best fit for our small area. The reason you have to use leaves as a building block is because they don't connect walls. Like if we had a normal block, it would connect the walls and it wouldn't work for our collection system because we need the items to fall straight through and go down to the bottom.
Oh, that's
cool. Of course, we have to do the worst
part, which is
water, or at least my least favorite part. We'll use a waterlogged stair here to keep the water from flowing out. Buy some kelp and put in our first bit of kelp. All right, and that is our first module done. We just have to tile it over this way and a lot of times up.
Wow, if he builds that all the way up. Wow. Dude, I wonder how long this took. You can like see his playtime over here, but like, wow.
All right, so I finished the entire kelp farm up to the point where I wanted to go. We're all the way up here at the surface. I still have quite a few extra materials to use. But now we need to pop on a collection system. It's already making quite a bit of kelp. I just need to put some packed ice under here, like this. Put water up like this so that it doesn't ever get caught. And there we go. Okay, and now we have it going down, channeled all to the second floor. Okay, so I've set it up so it's just gonna fall down through these holes, go into these smokers, and
this is kind of crazy though, like, right?
I'm gonna load it up with blaze rods just because I think just as expensive as lava right now for items smelted. So. All right, so I just woke up after AFKing for a night, and we got a little bit of kelp.
That's pretty
good. A little bit less than I was expecting, but this should be worth actually a decent amount. I'm gonna sell this. The prices are a little low right now, but it's still, I'm gonna sell it. I'll probably make 1.1 million. Not too bad for completely AFK. Definitely have not made my money back yet, but I will eventually. Actually, maybe it made so little because I accidentally did not fill this up enough. Yeah, it actually ran out of fuel, so that's why I didn't run the entire night. Let's make sure I fill it up a lot more this time. Now, I've still got plenty of room to fit in a lot more farm, but I'd get bored building the same
are we sure about
over and over.
that? I mean, I guess he could go like up, but like then it'll be so much easier to see.
And it's not crazy profitable. So for my next layer, what I think I'm gonna do is I want to build a drill-based stone farm. The reason I want to use a drill is because then I can use Silk Touch on the drill and I won't have to smelt the cobblestone. So I'm going to put a platform on over this kelp farm and then get to work building a stone generator.
Okay,
stone is actually a bit more difficult to generate than cobblestone because the lava has to fall down onto the water. Luckily, I was able to steal this good design from somebody else, so I'm going to do this, but then we're going to combine the streams so we have it going double as fast. The goal is to just shove his...
Why did he cover it up if he had his camera on in the first place? I don't know, whatever.
much stone as I possibly can into my face so I can mine it as fast as I possibly can. Basically what we're going to do is when this gets powered, it's going to power this, and then it'll push up another row. So we're going to try to fit this in as super compact as we possibly can. We're also going to mirror the generator on the other side so that we can make the stream go twice as fast.
We'll see how much money this makes.
This will push up, this side will fire, and then this will push up again. All right, and that's one generator done. We do get some cobble. I'm not really sure how to fix that, but for the most part,
wait, that was actually pretty fast.
Just stone. I'm going to try to fit a total of 3 of these in, so we're going to need to push these blocks to the center. But first, I'm going to mirror this exact same thing on the other side. All right, so I just finished the other side. They both generate 2 at a time, which is perfect, exactly what I need.
Wait,
the stories come full circle, because now I'm buying the note blocks for overpriced prices. This is why you should build in the testing world first. Unfortunately, I seem to never learn my lesson. All right, and I think that's the bottom one done. Now we just need to fix that final one through the center. Alrighty.
So he's gonna push them all up and make it like 3 by 3. Okay, okay. That's interesting.
And there is the top one complete. Yep, it goes double, and everything works perfectly. Now I'm just gonna hook them all up to a timer, and then think about how I'm going to do the collection system. The kelp farm makes me a little bit of money, but it really doesn't make me that much. It only makes me about close to 2 million a day, but really not super duper great. Plus, we do have to pay for the fuel, so there's that as well. Unfortunately, this drill I got has Fortune 3, but it's only got 15 hours left on it, and I'm probably going to resell it and try to get one with more time on it. But now I've got to be concerned about how I'm going to collect all the items. So what I think I'm going to do is set up some item streams and some hoppers to hopefully pick up all the items. Some items do come out the back here, so I'm going to make sure I take care of those as well. I don't think I'm going to be making enough to justify building a shulker loader, but we'll see. I can always add one if I need to. Okay, so I've been AFKing for about 15 minutes, and I'm going to sell up all the cobblestone and stone I've gotten so far.
That's actually really good.
500k, that's pretty dang decent. Now, if I use this stone to craft it into repeaters, I can make even more money.
Wait, chat, is this the meta, though? Like, that was pretty fast if it was actually 15 minutes. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Make even more money, what I think I'm going to do is build a bamboo farm so I can craft sticks, and then order redstone and craft all the stone we gather up into repeaters, which I can sell on orders. We can also use excess bamboo and cobblestone to craft pistons. All right, unfortunately, before I can do it.
Got grief. See, that's why you couldn't, like, build it, like, too far above the surface, because, like...
Any of those plans, the base got raided. I would try again, but this is actually the second time I've tried this challenge. The chunk I used before also got completely and utterly obliterated. Even though I didn't get to finish all of my plans, I still think I found a couple good ways to make a lot of money quite quickly.
That's so sad.
So if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.
Oh, wait, that's so sad. Alright, well, if you want, go sub to this guy. I'll put his link in the description to his video.
This guy just did what Kelp did.
W video. Yeah, everyone go sub to him.